She laughed at me, not the playful kind, but the cruel kind that draws blood under the skin. Right there, in front of her colleagues, champagne in hand, eyes glinting under soft golden lights. "My husband's harmless," she said, patting my chest like I was a pet. "He's cute when he tries to sound smart." The crowd laughed, especially the men she spent late nights with working. And I stood there, smiling, because that's what you do when you're the joke. But then she walked up, the one person my wife didn't expect, Vivian, her boss, the woman who owned the room the way storms own skies. Vivian smiled at me, not out of pity, but intrigue. She leaned in close, her perfume sharp, commanding, slipped a card into my hand, and whispered, "Call me, if you want a woman who values you." Her fingers lingered on my shoulder just long enough. I didn't have to turn to see my wife's face. I could feel her silence hit the room like glass breaking. That was the moment everything shifted. I met Laura 8 years ago. She was brilliant, ambitious, the kind of woman who spoke like she was already 10 steps ahead of everyone else. Back then, she admired my steadiness, said I was her calm in the storm. We built everything together, my company, her career. We were equals, until she started believing she was above me. She began mocking what once attracted her. My quiet confidence became boring. My loyalty became predictable. At first, I thought it was stress. Then I saw the texts, the late-night messages with her colleagues, the pictures that didn't need captions. I didn't confront her. I memorized every word, every lie. I learned patience from the markets. I don't react to volatility, I exploit it. So I made my move slowly. First, I started distancing my name from hers. Our joint accounts became separate. Her business trips, I let them happen. I even funded them. Because the more freedom she thought she had, the sloppier she became. And while she was out drinking with her coworkers, I was reshaping the future. One contract, one investment at a time. Then came the company party, her territory. She'd been bragging for weeks about how her promotion was inevitable, how Vivian adored her, how she'd soon be head of client relations. I knew something she didn't. Vivian had seen the real her, the arrogance, the entitlement. And after a private conversation a few weeks prior, Vivian knew everything else, including the affair. That night I dressed simply, gray suit, black tie, calm expression. The husband she thought she could humiliate one last time. When Vivian slipped me that card, I didn't say a word, didn't have to. The silence that followed did the damage for me. Laura's smile evaporated. Her laughter caught in her throat. She tried to play it off, made a joke about workplace harassment. No one laughed. Vivian didn't look at her again. She turned to me instead. "Will you be joining us for the retreat next month, Mr. Hale?" she asked loudly. Laura blinked. "Retreat? Oh, didn't she tell you?" Vivian's smile was razor thin. "It's an executive strategy weekend, for partners only." Then she excused herself, leaving my wife standing there, exposed, trembling, suddenly irrelevant. 2 days later, Laura came home to silence. Her promotion email never came. Instead, her access to company files had been revoked. A compliance audit had been launched on her projects, her expenses, her business trips. I didn't need to lift a finger. Vivian made the calls herself. And while Laura's world collapsed, mine expanded. The partnership Vivian mentioned, it was real. I'd been consulting for her firm quietly for months, building something that no longer included my wife. When Laura finally confronted me, she was shaking. "You humiliated me," she hissed. I looked at her, calm. "No," I said softly, "you did that yourself. I just stopped protecting you." She started crying, not because she loved me, but because she realized she'd lost control. I didn't comfort her. I didn't argue. I just walked past her, picked up my jacket, and left. I met Vivian the next evening. Dinner, dim light, no pretense. She didn't flirt. She respected. It's strange how rare that feels after years of mockery. At the end of the night, she asked, "Was it worth it?" I thought for a moment. "It's not about worth," I said. "It's about balance." Sometimes I still remember Laura's face that night, frozen between pride and panic, watching her world tilt. The crowd around her pretending not to stare. The woman who once mocked me now realizing she was standing in front of someone she no longer understood. That's the thing about humiliation. It only hurts if you let it define you. I didn't. I turned it into currency. Now, every time I look at that small silver card Vivian gave me, I think about that moment. Her hand on my shoulder, my wife's silence cutting through the noise, and I smile.